Good evening, fans, and welcome to the University of New Brunswick at St. John and the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Women's Basketball Association, the visiting Lake City 56ers, and the home court Port City Fog. Just about to pick up the starting lineups for Lake City. Non-starters are being introduced right now, and the non-starters for the Fog as well being introduced. Coming into this one, it is the 56ers in second place in the league at 5-1, only lost to the Halifax Thunder. Thunder sit at 6-0 after picking up a win at Moncton this afternoon, 81-66. Mystics actually had that one by 1 at half. And the Fog come in at 3-2. Both these teams, their most recent games were victories over the Fredericton Freeze. I'll get into that as we move along. Lots to talk about as we come down the stretch here in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. We are just over halfway. And folks, I apologize for the little glare there. I'm losing a little more hair off the top. To keep that shot in a little tighter, just to keep the glare down for you folks at home. Here's the starting lineup for the Sixers. Courtney Donaldson averages 19.7 points a game. 3 is Lillian Fuller out of Halifax Grammar, 1 year at UNB. 5 is Andrea Wright out of Penn, Bucknell, and pro in Portugal. 15 is Leah Martin, 6'3" out of Cole Harbour, Waterdown District High. 5 years at Dal for Leah. And Elizabeth Asiemi, what a resume she has, 6 foot forward. Starters for the Fog, 4 is McKinley Bezanson, Horton High School, Hantsport, Nova Scotia, 3 seasons with the UNB Reds. Courtney Thompson, the leading scorer for the Fog at about 15 points per game, wears 5. Rachel Farwell, 6 foot guard out of Quispamsis and the TMU Bold, wears number 7. Danielle Alexander out of Woodstock and Mount Allison, second year, is going to wear number 16. And Kaylee Kilpatrick, last year's Maritime Women's Basketball Association Most Valuable Player, wears 18, 6'4" center out of New Hampshire Wildcats. Pro in 3 countries, Ireland, Australia, and Germany, or former pro at least. For Kaylee, Kilpatrick and Martin, a lot of length there in the tip. Referee Dan Patterson gets us started, controlled over to Thompson. Thompson for Alexander, now Bezanson. Bezanson hit a couple threes against the Freeze on Friday, nicely worked inside for Alexander, a little too strong off the glass. Rebound Isiemi. It's going to be Donaldson and Isiemi who are the real weapons for this Lake City squad. Sporting the blue here this evening. Port City in the traditional gray with green trim. Kick outside. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick double-digit rebounding for the Fog. Among the league leaders with that, and there is Farwell with the first 2. Donaldson, front court. Alexander jumps the passing lane. Knocks it out of bounds. Isiemi will inbound. Isiemi, CS second team All-Canadian this past season. AUS first team as well. This year averaged over 15 points a game in 84 U-Sport games played. It's going to be out of bounds to the Fog. Farwell and Bezanson. Bezanson is guarded by Fuller. That's Thompson checked by Donaldson. That's going to be a good matchup all game long if we get that one. Farwell looks inside for Alexander, and a block shot, I think, there for Andrea Wright. I think he had a piece of that one on the way up. Donaldson puts the shoulder into the defender, draws the foul. Smart move by the veteran Donaldson. Courtney Donaldson of the Kelowna, BC. Shout out if you're watching from the West Coast this evening. Guess it might even be this afternoon if you're on the West Coast. Donaldson miss on the first. 2017-18 to 2019-20 at University of Calgary, and 21-22 to 23-24 at St. Mary's for Donaldson. 4 times to the U Sport Championships, and an AOS champion times 2 the last couple seasons with St. Mary's. McKinley Bezanson to the bucket for 2 points. Right on the outside, ICME. 4-1 Fog, early going. There's ICME into the paint, has to shoot it high off the glass over Kilpatrick and gets the job done. Kilpatrick faked the long 3, couple dribbles, picks it up now. Nice pass into the post for Thompson. Kick outside Farwell for 3. Nice pass out of the inside by Thompson. Right for Donaldson. Looking for Martin in the post. Kilpatrick with the knockaway and picked up by Thompson. Thompson for Farwell, intercepted by Wright. Wright is going to have a lefty lay-in for 2 points. Folks in South Carolina will enjoy that one. Had a chance to finally meet Andrea's dad last weekend in Halifax. Great conversation there. Rebound taken away and kicked to the outside for Donaldson. That was Wright on the rebound. Wright, who played with the Freeze last season, has really found a good role here with the Sixers. First subs of the game. Going to be Kyla Carr, number 17, coming in for Kaylee Kilpatrick of the Fog. And number 9 is Mackenzie Ryan checking in as well for the Fog. Ryan, outstanding outside shooter. Kyla Carr looking for the cutting Farwell. And the first subs now for the Sixers. 21 is Kane Norden for Wright. And also checking in is number 6, Emma Cameron. Emma Cameron played at Brandon. This past season, first year eligibility U Sport for Emma. That is Cameron. A little too strong. Kyla Carr on the rebound. Carr, part of the Woodstock connection here with Port City, along with Danielle Alexander, who gets the pass there and misses just a little wide left on the 15-footer. Courtney Kane Norden for Courtney Donaldson. Inside for Martin in the post, has a height advantage there. Nice little turnaround step through. Carr might have got a piece of that one, not like Martin to come up short. That shot being at least partially blocked. Kenzie Ryan turns the corner, gets a shoulder. Shot waved off. Amelia Mitchell will check in for Port City. And for Lake City, it is Sam Martin in for Leah Martin. Sam Martin, St. Mary's, 2011-12 to 2012-13, 29 games played in the U Sport career. Farwell from deep, left that one short, front rim. Big smile there from Farwell after the miss. Port City by 2. We've played just over 4 minutes in this contest. Privileged to be on hand here for this one. Donaldson had room to get that one away. Rebound Courtney Kane Norden. Handed off to Cameron, and Martin on the putback, and she'll make it. Fouled by Mitchell. That's just a strength move from Sam Martin to get that shot up. And great Martin, look here on the replay. You see on Mitchell the putback, and she'll make it. Fouled. Martin strong enough to get that up off the window and in for 2 points. Kane Norden on the offensive glass. Back to Martin again, and Martin, soft touch. First lead of the game for the Sixers. Thompson with the tricky dribble, gets to the line. And we'll have an opportunity to tie with 2 shots from the free throw line. Foul goes on Emma Cameron. Courtney Thompson, 5 seasons with Dow Tigers, started 95 of 100 U Sport games, averaged 15 points per game at the U Sport level. First team All-Canadian on her resume as well. 2 out of 2 for Thompson, and now Thompson checks out. Checking in for Port City is Kristen Taylor. Taylor out of Fredericton and Cape Breton has dealt with an injury bug in 2 U Sport seasons, only appeared in 2 games as a result. And good to see Kristen out on the court moving around. Martin on the offensive glass again, and that one doesn't roll through. Soft looking shot, it had a chance to roll in off the rim from a foot away, but didn't drop. Ryan gets the ball back. She's a 3-point shooter, and there it is. Fog back up 2. Tightly contested first quarter here. That's Donaldson inside Kane Norden. Kane Norden off glass, scores 2 points. That's Donaldson. The window has been very friendly. Norden off glass for the 56ers. Ryan hands off to Farwell outside for Taylor. Taylor knocked away from behind by Cameron. Checking in now, Lauren Armstrong. Armstrong out of Canberra, Australia. Played 2 years at Holland College. ACA Rookie of the Year and an ACA All-Star as well this past season. Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. There's Donaldson on the knockaway right in front of the Fog bench. Ryan into the post for Carr. Carr beats the shot clock. Nice weak side rebound, Kristen Taylor. Jump ball called. Taylor just crashed the glass there. There you see, just in the background behind the Fog bench, Kayla Kilpatrick. Noticed it when she was on the court. Didn't say it, but I thought she was walking a little gingerly up the court. It appears to be testing the ankle. On the behind the bench there on the Fog sideline, see if she can either get loosened up or make sure she's okay, one of the two. Donaldson uses the screen kick baseline. Shot, put up and through. That's Abby Cameron, number 12, who's checked in for Lake City. Kristen Taylor, baseline drive off the side of the backboard. Gets her own rebound, leaves that one short. Amelia Mitchell now fights for it. It's going to be out of bounds off of Mitchell over to Lake City. Donaldson to the front court. Inside, Martin, back outside for Abby Cameron. They're Donaldson again. They use the Sam Martin screen, gets off the long shot. Cade Norden a hand on the rebound, but it is Kristen Taylor who finally puts a fork in the ball and gets it over to Mackenzie Ryan. That's taken away by Abby Cameron. Cameron 1-on-2, kick Donaldson trailer for 3. That rims out. Donaldson guided by Carr, 4 to shoot. Step back 3-pointer, rebound Farwell. Looks like we got 3 subs coming for the Fog, 2 for the Sixers. Next opportunity, make that 3 for the Sixers. Mackenzie Ryan, step back 3, left that just a little short. Rebound taken away by Abby Cameron. Courtney Donaldson calls the play out of the backcourt. Cade Norden. Back up top now, Cameron, Cade Norden. Donaldson from the elbow. Rebound for Kristen Taylor. 1:40 to go here, first quarter. Is Lake City up 3. Fog have gone cold here from the field at this end the last few trips. It's going to be a turnover, out of bounds on the pass. Farwell and Ryan can't connect. Bevy of substitutions once we get everybody out on the floor here. I'll just reset everyone. For the Fog, it's Alexander. Avery Allward is wearing number 15, first appearance. Courtney Thompson, 5. McKinley Bezanson, 4. Mackenzie Ryan, 9. I think I got everybody there. And for Port City, that's Izzy Emmy with the ball. Uses the screen from Abby Mercer. Going to be out of bounds off Izzy Emmy along with Andrea Wright. Lauren Armstrong. And Abby Cameron are the 5 for Lake City. Just took me a minute to track them all down on the court. Alexander can't get the turnaround to go, but there's Allward on the rebound. Ryan partially blocked by Armstrong, and now Izzy Emmy speed to the bucket. Picks up the foul on Danielle Alexander.
That was number 16, Danielle Alexander.
Rebound ripped away by Alexander. Thompson fouled as well on the take. And just for the crew producing, just getting a couple notes online here. We've got audio there in the replays. We may want to turn that down as we're replaying. Thompson with the miss from the line. 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Make on the second, 3-point game. Andrea Wright for Abby Mercer. Back for Izzy Emmy. She can create into the post for Wright. Off glass scores 2. 4 points for Andrea Wright. Pass ahead for Courtney Thompson. Fog need a score here. Don't get one. Rebound taken away. Alexander and Armstrong, they've had quite a number of battles in the AUS. First quarter ends 17-12 in favor of Lake City in this one. Fog got out early, but Kilpatrick also went out early for the Fog. Looks like she's back on the bench there and likely to return start of the second quarter. Mentioned off the top, both of these teams are off victories over the Fredericton Freeze. Last Sunday in Dartmouth, actually in Cole Harbour High School, it was the 76ers 78, the Freeze 60. It was with Izzy Emmy with 28 points, including 5 3-pointers. Courtney Donaldson with 16. Katie Butts, Katie Daly, Katie Squared, each with 14 points there. And you'll notice a theme here. Freeze, 4 of 24 from three-point land in that one. That's not going to get it done too many nights in this league. And on Thursday, it was right here in the Port City in the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center. It was the Maritime Women's Basketball Association debut on Rogers Television. where it was the Fog picking up the victory 63-55 over the visiting Freeze. Freeze, it was Ali McCarthy 16, Robbie Daly 11, Eva Tamwine 11 as well. Courtney Thompson, the high scorer, as she's been most games for the Fog with 19, Rachel Farwell 15, and Kaylee Kilpatrick a 10 and 10 double-double. Freeze in that one, 3 of 27 from three-point land. Fog, 6 of 22. 8-point victory. They made 3 more three-pointers. Pretty easy to do the math on that one. One other game happening, well, 2 other games. One other game earlier saw the Halifax Thunder improve to 6-0 with an 81-66 win over the Mystics. And ongoing right now in Halifax, the Miramichi Hurricanes and the Halifax Hornets. The Hurricanes 2-3 and the Hornets 0-6, but way too talented not to have a win yet this season are the Hornets. That's ongoing. Kilpatrick is back in to start this quarter. Left that shot a bit short. Does look to be moving a bit better, does Kilpatrick. Going to be out of bounds off of Kilpatrick. So the Fog back to the starting lineup with Thompson, Bezanson, Kilpatrick, Alexander, and Farwell. The Sixers, that is Mercer. Right now with the ball, Izzy Emmy, along with Abby Cameron and Lauren Armstrong. Izzy Emmy for 3, too strong. Rebound nearly tracked down by Abby Cameron. Instead, it's going to be Port City ball. Played 43 seconds here in the second quarter. And it's still 17-12 Lake City. Bezanson looking for Farwell. I think Bezanson thought Farwell was going to spot up, and Farwell was cutting hard instead. Armstrong kicks out for the outside shot, too strong as well. And it's Armstrong fighting for the rebound, knocked away by Thompson. Lauren Armstrong from Holland College played a lot of point guard, particularly this year. And at 5'9", that's a big point guard in the ACAA. And you can tell just by looking at Armstrong, number 7. Now strong body as well. Real load in the ACAA. Was right on the score. Turnover by Bezanson into the hands of Cameron. And now the other way, we've got a foul called on Port City. That's going to go on Kilpatrick. Leah Martin set to check back in, as well as Lillian Fuller.
Foul number 18, Kaylee Kilpatrick. Timeout taken by the Port City Fog.
Fog call timeout, down 7. To talk things over here.
The Port City Fog are excited to welcome
Looks for my chair here courtside that the Fog really have been their own worst enemy on offense.
our official game day sponsor.
Lake City hasn't run away with the scoring here by any means. More been turnovers by the Fog. Their own undoing thus far. Great opportunity to thank some sponsors here at the league level. Medavie is National Health Solutions provider. Medavie is proud to help MWBA athletes achieve their hoop dreams. WBA would like to thank Royale for being a founding partner of our league. Royale is proudly Canadian. I've got a box Royale tissues right here in front of me. You never know when you might need a tissue, and often players take advantage of me having tissues at the table as well, so it gives me a little interaction there. Atlantic Lottery's Pro Line on board, and thrilled to be a partner with the Women's Basketball Association for this season. Lottery's Pro Line is the only 100% legal sports betting destination in Atlantic Canada. And of course, Cushman Wakefield Atlantic, Canada's leader in commercial real estate, sponsors here at the league level. Back in play, Izzy Emmy on the outside. Fuller on the dribble, 7 to shoot. Right on the fake Looking inside. Pass for Iziemi Wright on the glass. She does a lot of work inside on the glass. Does Andrea Wright. Fuller bodied on the way through. I think this is going to go on Farwell. See, I didn't get the hand signal there. It is on Farwell. Farwell comes out. There's going to be Farwell's second. Amelia Mitchell checks in. Lillian Fuller on the line. Fuller, 27 games played at UNB. 187 minutes across those games. Makes it 20-12 with 8:10 to play. Second quarter. Fog have been stuck here at 12. Wright with the takeaway on Bezanson. Wright, shoulder down, is going to draw another foul on Bezanson. This one's going to be out on the floor. Actually, McKinley Bezanson's first foul. Bezanson out of Hantsport, Nova Scotia, and Horton High School. Iziemi to inbound for Leah Martin. Iziemi strong, take into the body and scores two. Iziemi is a load, and I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. Athletic, strong, quick. Pretty much the full package is Iziemi. And start thinking about players in this league who have gone pro. Iziemi sure fits that model. Would not be surprised to see Elizabeth Iziemi end up on a pro roster somewhere in the world. And of course, we've had several of those. Tiffany Reynolds, Carissa Caggiarini were in the league the first 2 years. Didn't return to the league this year, both pro. Caggiarini 2 years pro, and Reynolds just won last year, as well as Sophia Widmeyer, who was pro in Ireland last season. Connected with Sophia for a chat at MSVU last Saturday evening. Great to catch up there, and she's nursing a knee injury, is Sophia Widmeyer. Thompson now with the Fog, suddenly down 10. Can't get it over Wright. Taken away by Armstrong. And Iziemi brings the ball into the front court. That's going to be a tough match for Kilpatrick if it's Kilpatrick that has to slow down Iziemi on those drives. There you see Iziemi just with the nice sidestep on Kilpatrick. And she's just too quick. Real tough matchup there. And of course, without Erin Ingalls, who's a scratch this evening for Port City, makes it really tough on the Fog to match up with the athletic Iziemi. Iziemi completes the three-point play. Iziemi was a nominee for the Royale Player of the Week this past week, along with Katie Butts of Fredericton, Allie Berry of Moncton, Eva Widmeyer of the Hornets, and Sophie Atkinson of the Thunder. The winner, of course, Rachel Farwell of the Port City Fog. Thompson gets into the painted area and will end up going back to the line. Fog really need to score. They've been stuck here for, I'm going to say 5 or 6 minutes. I don't have the exact timing. Certainly there was multiple minutes left in the second quarter. There they get a point on the board. First points of the quarter in 3 minutes and 20 seconds played. And that is Thompson. Makes them both. 11-point game. Fogs will be looking for stops. Fog second game in 3 days. Of course, that game against Fredericton on Thursday. 56ers will go up the highway tomorrow morning to take on the Freeze at 1 o'clock in the LB Gym. Liam Martin with the baseline jumper made. There you have a nice look at the open Martin. Offensive foul called on Kaylee Kilpatrick. Coach Savard is saying, hey, we had a push on Kilpatrick down here in that last possession where ACME hit the deck. And now we have another push there. That is what they're talking about, Lonnie States, as well as Padavard in the huddle. And Madeline Belding having a discussion with one of the other officials. Port City Fog head coach.
The Port City Fog would like to thank Trevor McDougall, Wealth Management Team.
There's a good look at Coach Belding in the Fog huddle.
We're also excited to introduce our newest partner.
Madeline joined by Emily Thomas, Grace Tilley, and Peter Hickey. Don't see Peter Hickey there this evening. I believe there are some basketball New Brunswick provincial team tryouts this weekend that Peter is probably attending. And of course, Grace Tilley, player with the Fog here last season, dealing with an injury issue. You can just see Grace there in the blue sneakers sitting down on the bench with the knee brace on. I guess there's several there with the same looking blue sneakers. That's not a lot of help, is it? After the offensive foul, it is Fuller out of the backcourt for Izzy Emmy. Outside now, Cameron. Now Fuller, step back. Makes that long two. I haven't seen Courtney Donaldson since she subbed out of the game the first time. She is there on the bench, and there we see Donaldson up off the bench. Sometimes the coaches in this league can make me look smart. I notice something, and then poof, it happens. And coaches and players, more often players. It's a lot of work to make me look smart, I'll say that. Inside for Donaldson. One dribble, turn around. Too strong there. And Donaldson, another one of those players who you think about in that Cajarini, Reynolds, Widmeyer pro potential mode. Speaking of former pros, it's Andrea Wright with another rebound. Donaldson, kick outside, Fuller. Stops at the elbow, passes back for Cameron for three. Emma Cameron knocks down the triple. As the Fog continue to sputter on offense, the Sixers are starting to open this one up. Now with an 18-point lead, there is Mitchell. Nice little move in the post to go up off glass and score two. Sam Martin, Courtney Kane Norden will check in for Port City. I think we've got an offensive foul called there by Dan Patterson. It does go on four. Fuller's first. Kane Norden and Sam Martin in. Wright and Leah Martin to the bench. Thompson for Mackenzie Ryan. Kristen Taylor from outside. That one is good. I'll make the folks at CBU happy to see Kristen Taylor out on the court and effective from long range. Sam Martin to the line. Taylor and Thompson, little discussion here as well. Not that we needed to hear in this building this evening. It's pretty cool here already, but another fan just kicked on. And I'm now going to have to act as the world's largest paperweight and hold down every piece of paper I've got on the table here.
Foul on number 6, Emma Cameron.
Foul goes on Emma Cameron, 4:14 to play. Inbound for Thompson. Double dribble called on Courtney Thompson. I looked away for half a second and the whistle had blown. Gonna take the official's word on that one. He was right on top of the play. Not too much complaint from Courtney. Kane Norden on the outside. That's Maya Cameron. Gets the wires crossed with Courtney Donaldson, and that will be out of bounds. Over to Port City. They'll take the turnover and they'll inbound right in front of their own bench. Will be Mackenzie Ryan inbounding against Courtney Donaldson. Lob inside, Kilpatrick. That's one Kaylee makes 9 times out of 10. Sam Martin hits the deck in rebounding action with Kilpatrick. Great catch there by Kilpatrick. I'm sure she wants that one back. Kilpatrick catches on the bounce that time, draws the foul, will go to the line. Foul will go on Courtney Kane Norden. It's going to be a strength for the Fog. Kilpatrick with this lineup. It's going to be Kane Norden or Sam Martin. Either way, giving up at least 4 inches and more if it's Kane Norden to Kilpatrick. If I were the Fog and needed points, that's where I'd go as well. Kilpatrick 1 of 2 from the line to make it a 13-point game. This has been a 16-8 quarter thus far for Lake City. There's Courtney Donaldson. Outside Sam Martin, can't get it to go. Kane Norden on the rebound. Kane Norden blocked by Amelia Mitchell. Mitchell corrals the rebound off to Kristen Taylor, who has a tough time with it. That one is going to be tossed out of bounds by Kristen Taylor. Over to Lake City. McKinley Bazanson quickly in off the bench, and it will be for Kristen Taylor. Donaldson on the inbound. Watch the dangerous Donaldson getting the pass back off the inbound here. Instead, Kane Norden goes the other way with it. Sam Martin's going to be out of bounds on the rebound action off Maya Cameron. McKinley Bazanson with the score. 11-point lead if you're the Fog right now. You want to stop a couple scores. You want this closer to 7 at halftime. And of course, if you're Lake City, you want more of those rainbows just like that one from Courtney Kane Norden. Push the lead up even more. Thompson gets right in underneath, collects her own rebound. A second time after 2 misses outside Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick tries to go down the lane, loses it off the feed on the way through. Actually deflected out by Lake City. Izzy checks back in. I thought that was off the feet of Kilpatrick. Called instead, knocked out. Amelia Mitchell step back, no good. Kilpatrick can't put the put back. That's 4 shot attempts that trip down the court by the Fog. None of them dropped. Off the side of the backboard, Kane Norden though right into the hands of Izzy for Donaldson. A little bit of luck there on the way that one caromed off the side of the backboard. And Donaldson with room to spot up. Nails the three-pointer. Lead pushes up to 16. Kilpatrick, another miss on the inside. Kaylee Kilpatrick have to be wondering if someone's moving the bucket on her there this evening. What was 11 a moment ago after a 5-0 run is now 16. Leah Martin with the miss. Rebound tapped around into the hands of Courtney Thompson with speed to the glass. That one is high off glass. And rebound taken away by Maya Cameron. Ahead for Izzy Emmy. Izzy Emmy, that stutter step again. She's used that 3 times, I think, in this game already. That quick change of direction. Kane Norden catch in the paint. Back for Donaldson. Kane Norden still hasn't left painted here. Now finally clears. Donaldson, Kane Norden open. And knocks it in for a long 2. 18-point lead. Quick 9-0 run for the Sixers. Pardon me, a 7-0 run for the Sixers. Courtney Thompson gets it to go off glass. Here you see the nice pass on the backdoor cut from Mackenzie Ryan. Great replay by the fine folks at Aurora Productions. Pleased to be part of the crew here this afternoon. Great opportunity to have a little look forward at the schedule here with 55.3 seconds to go left in this first half. Aside from the game going on right now at MSVU, the Hurricanes and the Hornets, one other game this weekend, and that is the same 56ers going up the highway tomorrow to take on the Fredericton Freeze. 1 o'clock at the LB Gym, 1 o'clock at the LB Gym. Or you can catch it right here on the Maritime Women's Basketball Association YouTube channel. I'll be there for the call for that one as well. And that'll end a string of 5 days in a row for me. Baseball Wednesday, basketball Thursday, baseball last night, basketball today, and basketball again tomorrow. Been a busy week for me. Get a little bit of break next week, and then another busy week or two as we come to the end of this Maritime Women's Basketball Association and overlap with the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League as well. Wouldn't have it any other way. Pleased to be out and about. Other games coming up next weekend. One game Thursday, Fog at the Mystics. 7 o'clock, Harrison Trimble. Rogers TV games. If you're a Rogers subscriber, check that out. 3 games next Saturday. Thunder at Hurricane, 7 o'clock. Miramichi Valley High. Hornets at Fog, 3 o'clock right here. I'll be down for that one. Mystics at 56ers, 2 o'clock at the Sportsplex, and then 2 games next Sunday. Hornets and Hurricanes, Thunder and Freeze. Stay tuned to all your regular webcast channels for those. Kilpatrick out with 41.6 seconds to go in the quarter. Fog on the inbound. That's Thompson. Picks up a foul on, going to be on Izzy Emmy, I believe, 22. Only player there, yes it is on Izzy Emmy. Sends Thompson to the line again. Thompson sends the second one through the bucket. 33.8 to go first half. Izzy Emmy out, as well as Maya Cameron. Donaldson, Leah Martin, Abby Mercer, Lauren Armstrong, and Abby Cameron are your 5 for Lake City, and that is Abby Mercer making the triple. Mercer, first year with St. FX. Power step for Thompson, left it just a bit short. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Donaldson is aware. Quick look at the clock. Teammates are counting it down. Loose ball, Fogg with a nice pickup there, and we're going to end the half at 43-26. Lake City. So that's going to be a 26-14 quarter, if my math is correct on this one. There's a look at the Fog. They're going to have to make some adjustments at halftime, as they are stuck 17 here to this Lake City team. They're starting out pretty good in quarter one. Fog offense kind of went to sleep, and credit to the Sixers for pushing forward on the offensive end. Take a break here for halftime. We'll be back with the second half here from the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center.
The Port City Fog would like to welcome the Lancaster Dream as our junior team of the day. Let's hear it for the Lancaster Dream.
Hi fans, welcome back to the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center here in St. Awesome, University of St. John campus, UNBSJ Gymnasium. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. The visiting Lake City 56ers up 17 on the home court, Port City Fog, 43-26 here at halftime, about a minute away from the start of the second half. Thanks again to league sponsors, founding sponsors Medavie and Royale, as well as longtime sponsor Cushman Wakefield Atlantic, Canada's leader in commercial real estate, and this year's new league level sponsor, Atlantic Lotteries Pro Line, who will be the title sponsor for the Legacy Cup. That's coming up in Nova Scotia later on in the month. I think it's around the 20th. To just check my calendar here. Don't have that date right in my head, but I'll find it just 1 second. That is going to be the weekend of the 22nd and 23rd in the Halifax area for Legacy Cup. 4 teams advance. 2 from Nova Scotia, 2 from New Brunswick. That means there's going to be playoffs in province for the very first time. So the teams fighting down the stretch here for the opportunity to host a playoff game. Sixers are set for the second half. It is Leah Martin along with Courtney Donaldson, Andrea Wright, Lillian Fuller, and Elizabeth Ziemi for the Sixers in the blue jerseys. And in the Fog gray, it is Courtney Thompson, Danielle Alexander, Kaylee Kilpatrick, Rachel Farwell, and McKinley Bezanson. Donaldson for Fuller for 3. Folks, you think this Sixers team, which is relocated out of Windsor last year, is the same team from the last couple years, you would be sorely mistaken. This is a talented squad. And if they're able to hold on here, they will be tied in wins with the undefeated Thunder, who picked up a win earlier today in Moncton. Also told, it looks like in the other game ongoing, that Miramichi may be picking up a road win. Haven't seen that score myself. A little work to do at halftime that related to this game, so I wasn't able to actually check that one out. I know the Hornets were up 1 at half. Lots of long shot missed into the hands of Thompson. Fog made a 3 on the last trip from Farwell. Looking outside, Bezanson thought about 3, now is going to dribble kick for Kilpatrick for the long one. Ball is moving now for the Fog. We didn't see that consistently in the first half. Fog are able to move the ball around like that. They are going to be really good on offense. Fuller uses the Martin screen. Into the corner is Ziemi. Gets the step on Alexander. Alexander held help from Kilpatrick. Elizabeth Ziemi is just such a tough check for anyone in this league. And of course, without Erin Ingles, one of the better defenders in the league is Ingles, one of the better defenders in the Atlantic University Sport Conference. And a 5'11" wing. Would be a really good matchup, I think, for Ziemi. Without Ingles, it's a tougher matchup for the Fog. Not that they won't run multiple players out there. Bezanson guarded by Fuller. Sixers wanted the double dribble. It wasn't called. Off for Farwell. Farwell stepped through. Too strong off glass. Donaldson collects a carom into the front court. Courtney Donaldson looks around, leaves it for the trailing Ziemi. 18-footer. Left about 17 feet 6. Now Farwell with the fake step through drive. That one's going to count, and it's going to be the traditional 3-point play. The and one for Farwell, who's all smiles after seeing that one drop through the bucket. Amelia Mitchell checks in for Danielle Alexander. I think this will be Mitchell. We'll get some opportunity to guard Iziemi. Farwell with the make. Iziemi from the outside, now a step through, switched off onto Farwell. Courtney Donaldson on the run around, 5 to shoot. Donaldson drives baseline, picks up a foul on Courtney Thompson. The battle of the Courtneys.
Fouls on number 5, Courtney Thompson. Courtney Donaldson.
Thompson's first. Donaldson to the line, 75% free throw shooter in her U-Sport career. Nearly 2,800 minutes of U-Sport action. That's a really big number. Career high 30 against the UNB Reds this past season. Mitchell had the shot, instead elects to drive, now twists back and kicks it out. I think the first catch might have been the best shot, but it's Courtney Thompson. The baseline drive and reverse lay-in. Lead is down to 12. It was 17 at half. Fuller, dribble, gets within 12 feet, stops, a little too strong. Farwell on the board. Off for Bazanson. Fuller tried to jump in. Instead, Bazanson with the catch back up top. Kilpatrick looking inside, quick pass. Knocked away. I think that's the length of Liam Martin that had a deflection on that pass. Kilpatrick saying, I'm going to shoot that one next time. Was a good look inside, though. Iziemi can't get it to go. Bazanson on the rebound out to Farwell. Knocked away by Fuller, over to Andrea Wright. Again, the Fog turning in a bit to their own worst enemy. Thompson double team, kick corner. Now for Martin, back around, good ball movement there. Fuller, nice step through. Thompson, tough catch underneath, and she'll be fouled by Iziemi. Had an opportunity to have a quick interview with Lillian Fuller last weekend in Halifax. My first meeting with Fuller. I've seen Fuller a few times, of course. I'm based in Fredericton, able to watch the Reds. Got there as much as I could this past season. See them in action, and what a team that Reds team was this year. Besieged by injuries. Would have been in tough against St. Mary's, regardless of injuries, but lose some of the players that the Reds lost down the stretch in Baxendale and Speedy, as well as Addie Mombricat early in the season. Made it even tougher. Look at Pat Avard in the huddle for Lake City. The only meeting between these teams this year, with the 7th team in the league, Miramichi. This season, the schedule is imbalanced. Not everybody plays everybody the same number of times. These teams only meet once. The Fog get each Nova Scotia team one time, plus the Hornets an additional meeting. As we wind down the schedule here, it is important to start looking ahead. After this one, the Fog will have 3 games left. This Thursday at Moncton, Saturday the 8th versus the Hornets right here. June 14th, the Friday versus Moncton right here. And then Saturday the 15th, wrap up on the road in Miramichi, a Saturday game there. And that could be a big game in the standings-wise. So my source is correct. It looks like the Hurricanes, based on what I've had in text messages at least, are ahead by about 9. With 4 minutes or so to go on the Hornets, that would really create a logjam in the standings. That would put 3 teams at 3-3, the Hurricanes, the Freeze, and the Fog, of course, assuming this one continues on the way it is. Still a long way to go in this, and a long way to go there in Halifax as well. But if things were to hold, wholly interesting down the stretch here in New Brunswick. You have to look at that schedule and think the Freeze have got a pretty tough schedule. They've got the undefeated Thunder and 3 teams that have beaten them this year. Moncton in the preseason, and then Lake City and Miramichi left on their sked as Farwell collects the rebound and puts one in. Offensive foul called on Abby Mercer. Mercer's first, team's third. 5:06 to go, subs in. This is going to be, who's checking in there? Number 12, Abby Cameron is checking in. Cameron against Kristen Taylor. For Farwell, guarded by Lauren Armstrong. Mackenzie Ryan from deep. That's one Ryan very, very capable of making. Rebound deflected out of bounds. Will stay with Port City. Royale Player of the Week, Rachel Farwell on the inbound. Kane Norden on the takeaway. Out for Armstrong. Back for Courtney Thompson. Wouldn't be surprised we see Armstrong make a move to U-Sport this season. AUS somewhere maybe. Certainly would probably be a different role. Wouldn't expect that she would play point the same way she played at Holland College last season, but we'll see. Donaldson. Not going to say Courtney Donaldson's had a quiet night. She hasn't had an explosive night thus far here. Fog have cut 7 off the lead, make it 10 off the lead. Lead now down to 7. Port City has found their footing here in quarter number 3. There is Donaldson, looks for the Mercer screen. Donaldson, too strong on the shot. Kyla Carr with the rebound. Ahead for Farwell. Boy, a triple here on this trip would be massive for Port City. Almost have to think you'd see a timeout from Lake City. There's a big score here. And there is Farwell, 4-3. Lead all the way down to 4. Coach Javard to the bench for Emma Cameron. Doesn't call the timeout. Elizabeth Isiemi waiting to check in as well. Bazanson and Kilpatrick set to hit the court for the Fog. Donaldson can't answer the 3. Rebound Farwell. That's Mackenzie Ryan. Behind the back dribble. Power move, called for a travel though. Those subs are in that I mentioned along with Sam Martin, so I'll just reset everybody here. Emma Cameron, Elizabeth Isiemi, Lauren Armstrong, Courtney K. Norton, Sam Martin for the Sixers. Bazanson, Kilpatrick, Farwell, Mitchell, and Ryan for the Fog. That's Isiemi up and under and down for 2. Lead pass, Bazanson. Stops, pops, answers for 2. Kane Norden, deep three, goes through. Boy, I think if you're the Fog, you're going to give up that shot all game long. You're going to make them from out there. You'll probably live with it, but Kane Norden shows off the range. Ryan was able to force that pass through. Bazanson on the catch. Looking inside for Farwell, knocked away. Fought for, and it's going to stay. Fog ball, 7 on the shot clock. Fog have cut 10 off the lead. Kilpatrick on the drive again. Kaylee Kilpatrick's just having a tough time finishing here tonight. Kaylee hits the deck hard. There you see Kaylee a little bit ginger coming up the court, I'll say. If that's the right term. Iziemi outside. Martin, 3-point launch, left short. Bazanson on the board, triple teamed, and picks up the foul. Emma Cameron didn't think so. That's going to be the 4th team foul. Yeah, just already up on the board, so 4th. And 4th on Emma Cameron as well. Cameron 3 points in this one. Mackenzie Ryan to the front court. Lillian Fuller will check in next opportunity. There is Kilpatrick to the lane. Reach in Sam Martin. That'll send Kilpatrick to the line. Eight-point game in Halifax. Miramichi ahead of the Hornets. Minute and a half left to go. Thanks to my inside source there. I think everyone knows the league, probably knows who my inside source is. That foul on Emma Cameron, that's Cameron's 5th. Kilpatrick on the line, scored that, give her 5. And now 6 on the game for Kaylee Kilpatrick. Iziemi pass inside. Kane Norden taken away by Courtney Thompson. 5-point game. Fog into the front court. Fog on the drive, lost out of bounds off of the Sixers. It's going to stay Port City ball. Under a minute to go now in quarter 3. This quarter's gone plus 12 for the Fog thus far. Kilpatrick makes it plus 14. No, offensive foul called instead on Kilpatrick. Basket waved off. I don't know that I agree with that one, but fans didn't either. Several cries of awful from the Port City squad. It's a little chuckle out of Kilpatrick. That's a big bucket waved off the board, though, for Port City. The angle I had here, it's tough to see a foul on Kilpatrick, but again, officials way closer than I am, so we always trust their judgment. That's Mackenzie Ryan who gets into the paint. Blocked from behind by Lauren Armstrong. Nice block by Armstrong. Important possession here as well. And now it's Iziemi who picks up a foul on the drive. If you're a Port City fan, you got to be saying, what the heck? We just had a couple that looked, one that went against us and another one that looked like maybe, and then we get called there in our own gym. Fuller to the corner. Iziemi, 3-pointer. Short, rebound for Thompson. Final 12 seconds. Nice pass from Thompson to avoid backcourt. Ahead for Mackenzie Ryan. Uses The Kilpatrick screen back for Kilpatrick. 2 to shoot. Kilpatrick on the drive, and it doesn't go again. Kaylee Kilpatrick, tough finishing day here for Kaylee. 56-51.
We are excited to introduce our newest partner, Moosehead Breweries.
For Lake City. But that quarter is 25-15 in favor of PC as we go to quarter number 4. Good to see all the officials around for this one and checking out the game as well. They're not working the game, they're working the crowd. Take another little look ahead at the schedule. One game on the schedule tomorrow. It is the same 56ers in Fredericton against the Freeze. And boy, wouldn't the Freeze really love to see these 56ers get a real workout here down the stretch. Maybe even play 3 or 4 overtimes. It could be engineered. 1 o'clock start tomorrow. Pretty quick turnaround. The 56ers are staying in St. John this evening, making the trip up the highway tomorrow. I'll be making the trip up myself tonight. Back home, and I'll be set for the game tomorrow there. Thursday, it is Fog and Mystic, 7 o'clock, Harrison Trimble and Rogers TV. Next Saturday, triple header action. Thunder at Hurricane, 7 o'clock, Miramichi Valley High School. Get there for that one. That's an event in Miramichi. Saturday as well, Hornets and Fog right here at UMBSJ. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll be here. And the Mystics at the 56ers, 2 o'clock, Dartmouth Sportsplex. That's your game next weekend if you're in the Halifax area for Saturday. Next Sunday, Hornets and Hurricanes at Miramichi Valley High School, and Thunder at Freeze in the LB Gym. It may not be in the LB Gym. Location to be determined on that Sunday, the 9th game for the Freeze. A little scheduling issue in the gyms at UNB that weekend may result in that game being relocated. Stay tuned to your usual stations, and while you are checking things out, get to the league website, check out all the information there, all the Hoopsalytics stats from every game. Takes about 48 hours for those to get compiled and posted. Down to a 3-point game as Kilpatrick finally got one to drop through for her 8th points of the game. Izzy Emmy on the drive, fouled by Farwell. Farwell didn't think so, but I thought that was a foul. It was Izzy Emmy initiated, but Farwell in motion with the hands at the time. Third on Farwell. She's sitting at 16 points in the game is Rachel. Izzy Emmy with a miss on the first one. Izzy Emmy, 68% free throw shooter and a career at Acadia, makes the second. Give Izzy Emmy 12. Quieter than last weekend versus the Freeze, at least, where Izzy Emmy was up in the 20s. Alexander can't get it to drop, but it's corralled on the rebound by Courtney Thompson of the Fog. Thompson tries to turn a corner, gets that off glass nice and soft. It's another offensive rebound by the Fog and Alexander. Jump ball possession, Lake City. Thompson with the knockaway on Cade Norton. 2-point game. Give Thompson 14. Put 2 more on the board for Lauren Armstrong. Armstrong's first 2 of the game. Thompson catch again. That's a scorer's touch move inside, but it doesn't drop. 4-point game, Izzy Emmy with speed. Crosses the foul line, kicks out for Fuller. Fuller has Leah Martin on the baseline. That jump shot is rebounded by Courtney Kane Norton. Back for Martin, up top Armstrong. Fuller No spin on that shot. Looked like a bit of a knuckleball off of the hands of Fuller. Bazanson into traffic, nowhere to go outside. Thompson, fake, kick, Farwell. Rebounding action. Iziemi and Thompson tangled up. And the foul is going to go on Lake City. Foul goes on Lauren Armstrong. Bazanson and Alexander to the bench. I believe that's going to be Ryan and Mitchell in. 4-point game, under 8 to go here in the fourth. Mitchell on the drive, blocked from behind by Andrea Wright, who gives a little finger wag. Reminiscent a little bit of the Dikembe Mutombo from back in my day. Of watching NBA. Shot clock violation. Fog were not aware, and I wasn't paying enough attention to it either. Tough time to give the ball away. $70-62 is the final. Hurricanes win on the road at the Hornets. The Hornets drop to 0-7. Has to be discontent in the nest. So that win ties, brings the Hurricanes into a tie with the Freeze at 3-3. And of course, right now, the tiebreaker in terms of head-to-head, if that's the way the formula goes, would go to the Hurricanes by virtue of winning against the Freeze. They have one more left. I think it was a 6 or 7 point win. There is Donaldson ahead of the pack to lay it in for 2 points. Donaldson with only 8 today. Donaldson and Iziemi a bit quiet, but it's still a 6-point lead for Lake City. 3-pointer left short by Taylor. Donaldson, little chicken wing. Andrea Wright on the miss. Rebound, Kilpatrick. Taylor for Kilpatrick. The inside for Thompson against Donaldson, off glass and scores 2. Courtney Thompson is having another amazing game for the Fog. Give her 16. That ties with Farwell for the team lead. And back to a 4-point contest. 6:12 to go, fourth quarter. Fuller out for Donaldson. Donaldson against Thompson. Travel called on Courtney Donaldson. Good defense by Courtney Thompson. As we said off the stop, what a great matchup the Battle of the Courtneys is. Timeout Fog. As Coach Belding is getting some rest for the key group that's on the court here. I think we'll see the benches shorten up, particularly on the Fog sideline for the final 6:04 of the fourth quarter. Good wide shot, and I think we're going to get a nice look inside the Fog bench here just momentarily. Thanks once again to league founding partners, Medavie and Royale, longtime sponsor Cushman Wakefield Atlantic, and new sponsor on board with title rights to the Legacy Cup, Atlantic Lottery Proline Stadium. Thanks for all you do for supporting this league. League doesn't happen the way it does without your support. And this is a league that has momentum building, an expansion team this year. Already noise around the league about some other places around the Maritimes that want to get in on the action. So if you're a sponsor out there watching this, you want to make an impact in your community, particularly in women's sports, and you can just do a quick Google online about all the positives about women in sport and what it means to the community overall. Sponsorship dollars do not have to be huge here in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association compared to some other asks that might be out there. Get in touch, and I know the folks at Sports Entertainment Atlantic who are on board as well, helping out on the sponsorship side of things. Would love to hear from you, as would the league. Another miscue by the Fog. I'm going to have to look back on this one and we'll look at the stats and see how many of those turnovers they have. That one is Kilpatrick. Just leads Taylor too far with the bounce pass. The thought was good. Taylor just wasn't quite able to catch up to it. Kilpatrick takes blame. Izzy Yemi on the reverse lay-in. Too athletic, too much speed. Izzy Yemi with 14. Lead back up to 6. Farwell baseline, knocked out of bounds. I think Izzy Yemi had a hand on that one. Leah Martin was there as well, as was Courtney Donaldson. The Sixers have gone back to their starting lineup. It's going to be a foul on Andrea Wright, as Taylor tried the quick move. Tangled up with Wright. Wright puts her hand up. Goes, okay, I'll be ready for it next time. There's another miscue from the Fog, as Ryan and Taylor can't connect. Izzy Yemi for Donaldson. Let's see if these two try to take over it in these final 5 minutes, 20 seconds for Lake City. There's Izzy Yemi. Short, rebound Thompson. Courtney Thompson's going to have an outstanding stat line. Thompson with a long pass ahead for Farwell. Deflected away. Fuller stops for Leah Martin. Nice finish there for Leah Martin. Lead works his way up to 8. It's really been Fog turnovers. That's called out of bounds. Andrea Wright sold that one. I think Coach Belding is right on that one. I think that was out off of Wright. It was the sell job. Now overruled. Yeah, referee Dan Patterson came in. All the players having a little laugh over that one. Lake City up with pressure here on the inbounders. Relief valve in the form of Kaylee Kilpatrick. 6'4" target. That's a good one to have if you're inbounding. Farwell post moves outside Kilpatrick for 3. Rebound for Wright. Lillian Fuller. Looking to have for Fuller to have a great year at UNB next season. Really been impressed with the games I've watched Fuller here in the Maritime Women's Association. Of course, with that talented team. That one was to beat the shot clock. I'm not sure we got rim there, but it's into the hands of the Fog. Ahead for Courtney Thompson, who can't get the lay-in off the glass. That's a great lead pass. And a tough catch, though, from Taylor. That was Kilpatrick on the pass. You'll live with that one if you're the Fog for sure. Wright gets a bounce. Lead back up to 10. Fog got close, but it was once again turnovers were the main factor. Wright puts a hand up to pick up the foul. It's going to be Wright or Izzy Yemi. It is going to go on Wright. Lauren Armstrong set to check in. Fuller checks out as Lauren Armstrong checks in. Miss from the free throw line from, that's Mackenzie Ryan shooting. Mackenzie Ryan, 82% free throw shooter, U Sport career, makes the second. Turned over to the Fog. Fog down 11. They need scores and stops. Kilpatrick lost the handle off of Farwell, out of bounds. It's been an entertaining game despite the 11-point gap here. Oh, Donaldson with the drive and finish over Thompson. Just as Port City cut the lead down. A few errors on the Port City side. Capitalized on by the Sixers. And Courtney Donaldson, who makes the three-point play. Push her game total to 11 points. Up into double digits. Lead now up to 12. 3 minutes to go. Foul called. Going to go on Wright again with the block.
Fouls on the Sixers, number 5, Andrea Wright.
It's going to be Wright's third foul. Has 8 points in this game. Does Wright. That's Mackenzie Ryan into the post for Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick inside, and again it doesn't drop for Kilpatrick. We'll go to the line to shoot two. Will Kaylee. Kaylee, a 70% free throw shooter at the University of New Hampshire in her Division I career. It's just amazing to have a talent like Kaylee, who played college ball 2011-12 to 2014-15 with UNH, 110 games played. 7 points, 4 rebounds a game for Kilpatrick. And Kilpatrick this season in the association, 12 points, 10 rebounds per game averages. 10-point game, 2:37 to go, fourth quarter. Donaldson for Wright. Leah Martin shoots the long two. Give Martin 6 points. Leah Martin, as I said earlier, one of my favorite personalities here in the league. Izzy Emmy with the big swing. We'll send Courtney Thompson to the line. Warning given there to the Lake City bench. Referee Dan Patterson, a little hot under the collar with whatever the reaction was on the bench over there. Thompson can't make one with the clock stopped. Port City needs all the points they can muster. Izzy Emmy picks up her fourth. And 14 points as well for Izzy Emmy. Timeout Lake City and Coach Havard. Lead is 11 for the 56ers. 56ers are able to hold on. They will tie the Thunder in wins. Thunder 6-0 after a win at Moncton today. Lake City has a loss to the Thunder. So it would make them 6-1 if they hold on. If the score holds and the Fog drop one, it would be Fog, Freeze, and Hurricanes all at 3-3. The Mystics 1-5, and the Hornets 0-7 after today's action. Incredibly tight, particularly among those three New Brunswick teams. Two New Brunswick teams will host a playoff date. 1-4, 2-3 in New Brunswick play. On the Tuesday of playoff week. Also on the Tuesday of playoff week, 1-3 in Nova Scotia play. The loser gets team number 2 on the Thursday as a second chance to advance to the Legacy Cup as the schedule works out. So an added bit of an excitement of home playoff games here this season in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. We head to the Legacy Cup with 4 teams this year instead of the 6 that went last year. Makes it a little more tidy on the weekend. 2-day event instead of a 3-day event. A few less games, but of course you get those home games in province. Rivalry and league building, in my view. Just love the schedule this year with each team having 5 home games. It's more for the fans. Lake City on the turnover, they wanted the tip off the Fog. Instead, it's Fog ball. That's Farwell, open for 3. And that rimmed out. Rebound tracked by Lauren Armstrong. Uziemi step back, 2-pointer, too strong. Was deep in the shot clock, only minute 20 to play, 11-point game. The Fog need a lot of points, and they need them in a hurry. Ryan for a 3, front rim, rebound Uziemi. That'll pretty much do it in this one. Fog needed points in that trip, and Coach Belding on the far sideline knew it. They needed those. Makes it really tough now. So the Fog will go 1-1 this weekend, barring miracle, and I don't think they're going to get it here down the end again. Smartly, Lake City goes deep into the shot clock, and Donaldson with the drive score and one attempt upcoming.
Fouls on number 4, McKinley Besancer.
Sub in for Lake City, Lauren Armstrong out. Tyler Malloy checks in. Final 45 seconds here in Port City. Mackenzie Ryan with a nice pass. Reception from Kilpatrick. He'll pick up the assist on that one. Mackenzie Ryan with the score. Lead 12. Foul on Farwell as Uziemi hits the deck. That's the 4th on Farwell. Farwell 16 points in this game. Rebound inside, in for Martin, not inside. Uziemi, inside, off glass. Doesn't drop, but there's Andrea Wright on the putback. It doesn't go. Rebound to Farwell, 22 seconds to go. Ahead Kilpatrick, he'll take the 3 and make a 3. Give Kilpatrick 13. It'll be too little too late though for Port City. This one's going to be dribbled out, and we're going to finish in a 9-point contest. Lake City 75, Port City 66. So it's a 19-15 quarter in favor of Lake City. We'll stay right here, have the Player of the Game award presented, assuming we're going to get one, and then we'll wrap up out of here. Reminder, you can see the same Lake City team again tomorrow in Fredericton. I'll be there along with the crew from Aurora Productions that's here this evening. Might not be the same crew. It'll be Aurora Productions on board at the LB Gym, 1 o'clock. You're in the Fredericton area, get there. If you're in St. John, make the drive up. Short drive up the highway, and it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. Make a little day of it, a little road trip adventure. So, 3 teams in New Brunswick tied at 3-3 after today. 2 teams tied with 6 wins in the Thunder and the 56ers. The Sixers with a loss. A little dap there from Leah Martin.
For the 56ers, we have number 22, Elizabeth Isiemi.
Isiemi gets the Player of the Game for the 56ers.
And for the Port City Fog, we have number 7, Rachel Farwell.
And Farwell picks it up for Port City. That'll do it here from the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center. For everyone at the Maritime Women's Basketball Association, thanks once again to our founding sponsors, Medavie Royale, longtime sponsor, Cushman Wakefield, and Legacy Cup presenting sponsor, ALC Proline Stadium. Great look there at the player of the game presentation. Nice sweaters here given out by the Port City squad. That'll do it here from Port City. It is the 56ers picking up the win over the host squad, and great to see some minor basketball teams here in support of the Port City Fog. I'm Bill Gibson. I'm going to wrap up. Have a great night, folks, and see you tomorrow in Fredericton.